A hearty congratulations to everybody in yearly that made their playoffs. And for all of you listening to this show, you probably didn't make the playoffs. So welcome to DFS land. We're going to get into the main slate for week 15. And let me tell you, it's it's fucking horrible. And welcome in to the DFS Deli. I am the proprietor of this delicatessen, Saleh Ali Shaheed, and I am joined tonight by the full staff, the full roster, the full crew on a Thursday night. As Thursday night football is going on, your best ball mania teams are refreshed and getting ready to advance to the next round. Our yearly teams are ready for the playoffs. The guys that didn't make the playoffs in yearly are welcomed into these DFS streets. And this is the time of year where podcast listens go down, YouTube watch time goes down. And it's funny because I don't actually understand why. Either y'all got burnt out of DFS or you don't want to spend money on DFS and go Christmas shopping. But for all the degenerates that are left, welcome. Welcome to the DFS Deli. We're going to break down the week 15 main slate. And they took away 3 games, put them on Saturday. I mean, not the best games, but there were some position receivers, especially that are on the Saturday slate that we don't get to indulge in. No Waddle or Hill, no Steph Diggs, no Jay Jetta. I mean, it's hard in these streets. So on the main slate, we get to look forward to Jets, Lions. Yay. Let's break it all down tonight. Guys, welcome back. Chill, welcome to week 15. How's it going?
It's going. I don't think this slate is as bad as what you think it is, but again, we're
Stop
allowed
lying to
to.
yourself. Stop lying to yourself.
We're
Stop
allowed
lying
to
to yourself.
defer an opinion. I'm not gonna argue with a man who's like super tired. I'm not gonna get you riled up. But no, it's an interesting slate. I don't think it's that bad. You know, some good high end plays at quarterback. We can get really disgusting at quarterback this week. So it's a great way to stay in shape. And let's dive on in.
Dale, welcome back. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Got a new ball for bowling yesterday. Got to break it out. Shot 720. Happy days. Happy days. Just finally trying to get back into the swing of this. I haven't done the show in a hot minute. I was turning into Studer.
Well, I mean, you've done one show, so you're already past Studer.
Damn. That's
I'm just spitting facts, bro.
You are. But
well, we welcome you back, and we're happy to have you. Baker.
On a side note.
Oh, go ahead. What's up?
Interviewing for a new job, so I might have to, turn the deli into a part-time gig instead of a full-time gig.
We'll be sad to see you go, Dale. We'll be sad to see you go. But you're welcome here at the deli. Anytime. Anytime. You're welcome here. Baker, welcome back to the deli. How's it going?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for congratulating me on making the playoffs in yearly. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much.
Shut up, bitch.
I mean, I made the playoffs. You know, my team gets to chill. I'm saying we on the beach, we sipping Mai Tais. I'm saying scoping the competition, letting them play it out. We chilling. We good. We got our tequila in our hand, drinking that Herradura.
You talking about my team for Dynasty?
We ain't talking about Dynasty right now, okay, chill. I sold my team too early. Okay. Should be in the playoffs, but I sold too early. God damn it.
Okay, it sounded like you were talking about my team.
I'm talking about a league that not the league I'm in with you, the league that I'm in with Sully.
I know.
I know. I mean, Sully, I have all the faith in you that you'll be back in contention next year. You know, that you're going to make a push, next year, but this just was not your year. And you're going to get back to the grind. You're going to see where you failed, and you're going to come back stronger and harder next year. It's just that, Baker's still trying to work for, I've had a glass ceiling on me the last couple of years. We got to break this bitch.
I mean, your guys' Friends League sounds pretty easy. I heard Devontae Adams went basically for like a bag of Doritos.
He didn't. It wasn't even a bag of Doritos, bro, because Doritos cost money. Like Funyuns are basically free nowadays.
Okay, for a bag of Funyuns. What's the struggle?
No comment.
Well, I mean, I figured I'd ask because the commissioner of the league is none other than one Christian Baker.
I mean, I am the commissioner of the league. Now, here's the interesting thing. Is that the dude who traded Devontae Adams in our group text is talking about like, oh, I don't have a shot to win this year anyway. Like people, like there's a few teams that are talking about like, oh, I ain't winning shit. I'm about to get bounced in the playoffs. In the back of my mind, like I decided to be nice in the text. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, motherfucker, you traded Devontae Adams for a freaking hand job.
Whoa, I think a bag of Funyuns is definitely worth less.
Yeah, I had to pretend like I was making a playoff push and sold my soul to get AJ Brown. This dude acquires fucking Devontae Adams for a bag of Funyuns.
Would you?
I mean, as somebody who I also made a big trade, you know, I'm saying I went out and got the freak. We had the freak to the team. I paid what I felt was a pretty penny to get the freak.
You got Javon Curse?
Not that freak,
bruh.
Not that freak. Okay, Thai freak.
Oh my!
Oh, you got the cheetah. Okay,
Thai freak. I pay. I'm saying
Baker.
Sully's aware. I paid a pretty penny for Thai freak. Sully paid a pretty penny for AJ Brown, and Devontae Adams just goes for over the pants stuff.
A bag of Funyuns.
He goes for a kid.
Baker, are you talking about? Baker, I heard freak. Were you talking about Will Smith? The freak of nature.
Chris Rock, stop it.
No, I'm talking about the former defensive end for the Saints from the Ohio State University.
R.I.P.
The Fawn.
R.I.P. Will Smith. That Will Smith.
Yep, that Will
good.
Smith.
He was a good lineman.
He was a very good lineman.
I agree.
You said Will Smith. I think Chris Rock. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I meant the original. We're talking football, so I thought you would have stayed in the football realm and referred to. When I say Will Smith,
do I ever stay on track? When do I ever stay on track?
Never.
Yeah, I can't recall a time where you have, my friend. I cannot recall.
Even in Mario Kart, I don't stay on the track. Come on, Sully.
I mean, in fairness, Mario Kart is designed to go off the track. So, I mean, there's that. Anywho, main slate. Can't talk about Thursday. Not talking about Saturday, even though I really want to, but I'm not going to. We get to break down the old 10 gamer, and we go position by position like we always do, and talk about our favorite core plays. And just in case there's not a Saturday show, which I have to work till 1 a.m, so I guarantee there's probably not going to be a Saturday show unless me and Chill pull the old overnighter.
Dude, I'm in, so that's on you. I don't make my football lineups literally until 2-3 in the morning on Saturday, so I'm in. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's when the creative juices are really stirring.
You can send me the "you up" text. I'll reply.
Just send out the text. What's up, big head?
Hey,
I'll answer it back the next morning at like 10 a.m.
I think that's too late.
Guess what? I'll be up right at 10 a.m. doing more research.
The grind never stops for one chill.
Like I said, the grind never stops. That's right. Like I said, I'll be Christmas shopping.
Then I take a nice power nap right at the start of the 4:00 games.
It's funny. You and I take the exact same power nap at the exact same time. we legit talk about late swap, get through that conversation, and out cold.
Yep.
Wake up like, what happened?
Dude, I was out.
Hey, man, Sunday ritual, bro. Sunday ritual. But guys, let's get into it. Yeah, man. Let's talk about some of our favorite quarterbacks this week. And my takes are pretty short, so I don't even need to talk, to be honest, because I already know you're going to cover who I'm going to play. So, Chill. How about we start with you? Who's up at quarterback this week?
Yeah, I'll start with some of the high end guys I like. Justin Herbert is going up against the pass funnel that is the Tennessee Titans defense. We're going across back to back weeks now where Tennessee's absolutely gotten destroyed through the air. Herbert figures to be probably the most chalkiest quarterback on the slate. They are at home playing the Titans. With both wide receivers back now, he offers, especially on DraftKings too. His the double stack is really cheap over there. You can even stack it so many different ways, even if you want to put an Eckler too. So I think Herbert's fine. I was going ahead and knock this out of the way. Jalen Hurts is the leading guy for MVP right now. Chicago's defense is absolutely atrocious. Easy pairing options with Hurts. The Hurts doubles got in there back to back weeks. So I mean, again, just play all the Eagles. I mean, that's a simple way to sum up the slate. Another guy I'm pretty intrigued in here on kind of the mid tier would be Dak Prescott. You figure if everybody's still going to try and play these Cowboys running backs, I'm kind of looking at the other side there for a game that has the quote unquote sneaky shootout potential. A lot of people are figuring that Jacksonville might just stop the run to make Dak throw the ball 30 to 40 times, which isn't ideal for Dallas, but I do like the spot here for him. If we're getting gross at quarterback this week, one low end guy that I like is Andy Dalton at home against the Falcons. The Falcons defense is absolutely terrible. They are going up against a rookie quarterback in Desmond Riddler. So you figure they might have some extra possessions as well. So I really do like Andy Dalton this week if we're going down to the low end as well.
Chill, we're already on record saying that you take Andy Dalton, I take Taysom Hill, right?
On record.
Yep.
I just want to have that recorded so I can shoot this back and say I told you so. So, Dale, where are you looking at quarterback this week?
I mean, I'm kind of sitting in the same boat with you. So like, Chili already covered it all. It's literally just I like Justin Herbert. Just pair him up with a Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler maybe on the double, or the double stack with Jalen Hurts. Or hell, you don't even have to double. Oh, you could double stack him, but go with Miles Sanders to go with him. But we'll get there when we get to the running backs. I really don't trust going anywhere else. I'm going to play Desmond Ritter in my daily dollar, but do I trust him that he's actually going to get there with his arm? No. I'm kind of banking on him actually getting there with his legs. So cross fingers and hope on that one.
And we are also on record that you are taking Ritter and I am taking Taysom Hill.
Yes, but I'm also taking Ritter against Andy Dalton as well. It's just a big hoopla.
Yeah, you take on PFS fifth graded quarterback.
Oh my God.
You take your PFF fifth graded quarterback and go against the 28th graded quarterback.
I ain't taking on Jared Goff.
PFF rankings matter.
So interesting. PFF.
It is.
Hit it with us, Baker.
Right, Baker. Who are you taking against Taysom Hill?
Sorry, my mic fell off my stand there. My apologies for all the static there. First of all, how are we going to get through core quarterbacks without mentioning Pat Mahomes? Like, is something wrong with you people?
I figured it's an obvious play, and I don't have to mention it.
I mean, you want to mention the freaking
Taysom Hill. You take Pat Mahomes.
Is some
what? Whoa!
Is Sully
Whoa!
Is Sully drunk?
Sully's tired. Sully's tired.
He believes in his he believes in his conviction, man.
I mean, there's believing in your conviction, and there's also being dumb.
Listen, wait, pause. Okay, we're on record. What week was it? Chill. What week was it that Taysom Hill absolutely lost his mind and I called it? It was a hot minute ago, but
it was a hot minute ago. But yes, that did happen. You did call your shot there.
yep. So I'm calling it again. Screw it. I don't know about versus Pat Mahomes, but I'll take him versus Riddler and Andy Dalton. Because at least Taysom Hill goes like direct leverage against Andy Dalton, so it's cool. But like I don't know about Patrick Mahomes, but yeah. Anyway, Baker, go ahead with your Patrick Mahomes takes.
Well, I mean, we're talking core plays here. Like, I mean, we're talking all sorts of plays because we don't know if we'll have the trade show, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. But, we want to mention the Hurt business. He's an obvious play every freaking week. But somehow we
I don't think he is. I would think to the normal listener, Baker, they're probably just going to play Pat Mahomes because he's Pat Mahomes.
I mean, from what I'm looking at currently, ownership's pretty similar between the two. I understand early in the week, blah, 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 blah. But I think for the average person, the average person that watches the 4-letter network that Sully is sworn off of, everybody sees, oh, Jalen Hurts is amazing. He's the MVP candidate. Just saying, we got to throw Pat Mahomes' name out there. Like,
I mean, I think we saw that I thought we saw the play to Jerick McKinnon about 10,000 times.
Can
I be honest with you? Can I keep it a buck with you?
Sure.
I have not seen that play one time.
Good for you.
I've not seen it.
It's free real estate.
I mean,
I bet you it's amazing. Play. I bet you it's a great play. But I literally swear to God on my life have not seen it.
It's a backyard Pat Mahomes play. Like that's the best way to sum it up.
It's literally the best way to sum it
up. But I mean, Pat Mahomes.
I'm not gonna go out of my way and look it up.
Don't worry, I'll send it.
I mean, the Chiefs have the highest team total on the board at 30 points. If they're scoring 30 points, I'm gonna say 28 of those come from Pat Mahomes. 21 of them come from Pat Mahomes. 24 of them come from Pat Mahomes. Yes, Pat Mahomes is kicking field goals too. So Pat Mahomes has to be in play, in my humble opinion. Now, if I'm coming off the board, I think the only way for Jalen Hurts to get there is if there's pushback from Chicago. If pushback's going to be from Chicago, Justin Fields came out today and mentioned that he was feeling good in his off shoulder. So that could lead to more rushing for Justin Fields. And we've seen what happens when Justin Fields runs the ball consistently.
I don't know if they need pushback because Philadelphia did slaughter Tennessee and the Giants with like no pushback.
They beat up on Tennessee, and obviously the double gets there, but that game was literally like, all right, we can just throw the ball this entire game. Let's just fuck the run. Jalen, like the double got there because they both scored touchdowns last week, but it didn't really get there because, well, Miles Sanders went berserk. $152.
We'll get to Miles Sanders in a minute.
So, like, Jalen Hurts got there because of the rushing. The receivers didn't really get there. Like, those touchdowns came early. There was nothing really attached to those touchdowns. So, if you're going to play a Jalen double, you need some actual pushback. Which there was pushback the week before. It's just they broke away late. So, Justin Fields, if he's healthy, if that's a huge if, and obviously we're not going to know whether or not he's going to be running the ball like he was prior when he was breaking the slate every fucking week.
He's coming off the bye, so there's a fair chance.
But I think an interesting way to stack that game would be to play the opposite quarterback and just whatever Eagles you choose.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
Now, if I'm getting off the Eagles, board, if I'm getting off the board, if I'm going off the reservation, this is me coming off the reservation. And this is the quarterback I will take versus the Taysom Hills, the Andy Daltons, and who the fuck did you say, Joe?
I have Andy Dalton.
Oh, the Desmond Ritter. The Desmond Ritter. Give me the carnival, which is fantasy goodness of the Raiders. I'm taking Mac Jones.
I don't hate Mac Jones either.
Like, I get the Patriots are going to try to run the ball. Ramondre's up in the air. Damian Harris, he's probably out already.
I mean, if both of those guys are hurt, is it Pierre Strong week at 4K?
If both of those guys are out, you just lock in Pierre Strong and build around it.
I mean, he's the min on both sides.
Yeah, you just play him. Don't get cute. But otherwise, yeah, I
Is
think
it the
Mac
J.K.
Jones could
Dobbins?
be in a good spot versus Raiders team that, one if by land, two if by sea, you can beat them however the fuck you choose.
Well, I mean, especially if Jacoby Myers is out, his number one wide receiver would be in the revenge game.
We have Nelson Aguilar in the revenge game. He's already ahead of me. He's already ahead of me. I like the way you think, Jim.
The revenge game.
You always got to play the revenge narrative.
And not to mention, Sully, I'm a little bit disappointed in you.
What'd I do?
Because we're talking quarterbacks. There's a certain quarterback who tore his ACL on Monday, and you're not going to talk up Colt McCoy. I am disappointed in you.
Listen, Baker. I am so tired of burning money on bad quarterbacks. All right. They got to go to Denver for this
matchup. As said off air, like, Russell Wilson's a bad quarterback, but somehow Russell Wilson would have taken down a $60K tournament if he had $5,300 to burn it in a lineup.
Yeah, the one week we got Russ cooking, he gets hurt. It's great.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, Russ was cooking, but he preheated the oven before he could cook. He got hurt. Stop it. He still sucks.
That was preheating the oven?
Before
he didn't have anything on the stovetop, Baker?
I'm sorry. I'm saying to be cooking, you gotta be doing this like multiple weeks. Like Jalen Hurts be cooking. Pat Mahomes be cooking.
Baker said he was boiling the water.
He put salt in the water. He didn't even turn on the water yet. He put salt in the water.
Salt in it?
Yep. I mean, he didn't even turn it on yet.
Here's a perfect analogy to me. Last year, Drew Lock took down tournaments when he went against Atlanta. He wasn't cooking because he had a good game. He had one good fucking game, okay? And that's my boy Drew Lock. I fall and die with Drew Lock. One good game does not imply cooking, okay? You know what I'm saying? He ran a recipe. He preheated the oven. He got to put some stuff together. Like, when Sully, you cook. You understand this. You've been in this industry of cooking shit up. You got to put some shit together to officially be cooking.
So Baker, what you're saying is this is like you go over the girl's house. She cooks the one thing she's good at, and then you get in there, and then you realize she's actually really bad at cooking.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Oh, that hits way too close to home, Joe.
Perfect analogy.
Too close to home.
Or wait a second. She's got a bunch of dirty dishes in the sink like she cooked, but then you realize it was takeout.
Also, I will allow this. These are both perfect freaking analogies. Because Russell
or you have a good meal, but you really see the hamburger helper box.
Oh.
Not the hamburger helper.
Oh. Not the hamburger helper.
Not the
which is good, by the way. Don't give me that cheeseburger macaroni. It slaps, but I'm just saying.
I mean, Sully will never indulge in that again. That's for the other three of us that could potentially eat that. I don't think they make a vegan hamburger helper.
It's called tofu
Baker. So ding dong. The thing about freaking hamburger helper is that whatever burger you put in the helper is gonna just be helping. You can put in vegan meat for it. You can't use that little cheese powder, but that's about it.
No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I think we should probably move on to running back, right?
Anytime I can bring
I really want to argue about this hamburger helper thing.
Anytime I can bring up Sully's veganism is a win for me. Anytime I can bring it up,
it ain't worth your sleep, fam.
And I'm keeping him up.
Just wait until I hit this. Baker, just wait until I hit this milli when I come out with this tofu helper.
Oh my fucking God!
Just wait.
You're gonna blow your $1 million on an idea that's not gonna make you a cent. Because like vegans are, you're like a dying breed, bro. You vegans are a dying breed, bro.
Okay, let's talk about running backs and how all you got to do is take the box, right? And you add the tofu to it, and then boom, $1 billion idea. I mean, like, why? There's a tuna helper, right? There's already a tuna helper. There's a hamburger helper.
Is there really?
Obviously. There's cheeseburger helper, right? Why
I
is
didn't know
there no
was a tuna
tofu
helper.
helper? I'm just saying.
I didn't know there was a tuna helper.
Yeah, there's a tuna.
Oh, you
and
know
a
there's a
turkey
tuna helper? Yeah, there's a tuna helper.
Bro, I legit haven't eaten
Mhm.
hamburger helper since I was like your daughter's height.
It doesn't matter, Baker. You need to learn it.
Sorry,
Okay,
Dale.
all
Baker,
right.
do you
On a
cook at
serious
home?
note,
Baker cooks it up, homie.
on a
Mhm.
serious note, obviously you guys alluded to some injury concerns in like the New England backfield. But if we get some of these cheap guys unlocked, it could add to what is already going to be paid up on the slate for is the running back position, in my opinion, of course.
Player
King Henry and Austin Eckler. I mean, like, I get, and Chill, we spoke about it recently, I think yesterday. No, what was that whirly ball? Yeah, yesterday.
It was yesterday.
That, yeah, the Titans offensive line is sauce, but so is the Chargers defensive line. And they can't stop a fucking nosebleed. So it could be like a situation last week where King Henry got his early, albeit wasn't enough, but we could be in the same situation. People are still going to play King Henry. I mean, this is what the general public does.
Kudos to Jacksonville last week. 3 yards rushing in the second half.
I mean, we were up by 50.
They weren't up by 50 at that point. Like, they had to fight back. Like, they were still trying to, like, go. And, like, they were just like, Derrick Henry, no, Ryan Tannehill, you beat me.
Yeah. Like
And
I
then
said,
Tennessee's defense decided not to cover Evan Ingram. I mean, like, what was that about?
Right. Like, my only concern with Derrick Henry is, like, don't get me wrong, like we were talking about in the chat. He could very well go for 25 points. I think that's within the the range of outcomes here. But like at his salary at 8K and 8.9 on FanDuel, like if you drop down to some of these other guys and they get you, some of these other guys just have good matchups too. We'll touch on Miles Sanders here in a second, but like that's my only concern. But like, it's that these guys, like, for Derrick Henry to take you down to GPP nowadays, he's got to get up to like at least 30. Like these high end running backs aren't really doing it anymore, and I don't know if that's just if this is just like a 1 year thing, or if this is just a shift in logic, or what it might be. But like these high end guys aren't really doing it. They're getting there, but they're not producing GPP winning upside.
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, I 100% agree. I think paying down at running back has been the move for the majority of the year. And
I mean, with that being said, I still haven't paid down.
I mean, we had a week where Derrick Henry went for over 202 and was in no winning tournament lineups.
Right, and that was the same week with like when Josh Jacobs broke the slate. That dude was 1% owned. I mean, no, it was probably the injury more than anything, but nobody played him.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my running back pool is probably going to be pay down. The highest in running back I'm probably going to play, like we keep alluding to, is Miles Sanders. I mean, we've seen this Eagles team in a domination spot before. If they get up, they're just going to lean heavily on the run. Miles Sanders is the guy. Yes, he probably makes a better play on FanDuel because he has no pass game involvement. But again, when you're winning 90% of the damn time and you're blowing out teams by 20, 30 points, why do I need to dump it off to you? Second highest implied team total on the board for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we can see another game where they just absolutely mosh pit the Chicago Bears. So, I mean, Miles Sanders is firmly in play. Last take before I let you guys go. You want as who's the one guy on the Swolecast that talks funny? Davis Maddock.
Yeah, I like
I'm going to give you the gold star play of the week if he plays, which looks likely. It's Najee Harris. Just play Najee Harris. Just do it. Just do it.
Hold on. You gotta dive more into why the fuck am I spending my hard American doll hairs on Najee bum ass hairs?
I've actually played Najee the past 2 weeks, low key, and he hasn't hurt me.
Listen,
he isn't.
They don't trust his pass game. They don't trust his pass game, regardless of if Mitch is in or if Kenny Pickett is in. It doesn't really matter. when they get down to the goal line, it's Najee season. And against Carolina, although it didn't work last week, but they had a bunch of vagabonds at running back in Seattle anyway. If that was Ken Walker, it would have been a little different story. But,
It would have been Ken Walker breaking the fucking slate.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. But this is the time where, especially at low ownership and a pretty cheap price for his role and the injury concern where he's going to depress his ownership again. Again, I think a gold star play this week is going to be Najee Harris. My analysis is done. I'm out.
Let's kick it.
I mean, y'all can take over for whatever you want, but yeah, go ahead, Dale. Yeah, let's kick it to Dale.
I mean, like we talked about the Miles Sanders King Henry thing, but before the show, Chili and I kind of talked about it. Everybody's, yeah. Can you not hear me?
Dale's talking.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I heard you. That was fine.
All right, but
go on.
Like I was saying, sorry. Damn it, Baker. As Chill and I were talking before the show, everybody's gonna jump on that Jerick McKinnon train, and you guys go have yours. I'll take good old Pacheco over here at the low ownership, and I think he's gonna get there. I don't understand why he wouldn't, but I'm also going with Cordell Patterson to go with Desmond Ridder because I got a feeling it's going to be a lot of screen passes and checkdowns. And who else is going to do it in Atlanta?
I will take your Cordell Patterson and Desmond Ridder versus Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill right now.
No.
Smart.
No. You know what? No. I'll take it. I will take it. I will fucking take it. You know what?
Yeah.
Like Devin Singletary beating Josh Allen. I take all of it.
I did get the smoke that week. That was ridiculous.
That was the biggest fluke win ever.
Don't matter.
Continue, Dale, if you have anything else to say.
No, go ahead, Baker. Let's hear what you got here.
Well, one, this is going to sound weird coming out of my mouth. I agree with Isaiah Pacheco, but not because he's leveraged off of Jerick McKinnon, because as of right now, there's more ownership on Pacheco versus McKinnon. Two, who are as I listen to people and, people make sense, or I say you're a fucking idiot when I listen to them. One of the things that stuck to me the past couple of weeks is who on this slate offers me 30 to 40 point upside? Who in the blue hell can, do I feel confident they can break this bitch? And it has to be that must-need score to catapult me to the top of a leaderboard.
Jalen Hurts.
Miles Sanders.
At the running back position, Dale. I mean, Miles Sanders is a good play. I definitely agree with Miles Sanders. I mean,
Austin Eckler?
There was a lineup I sent in our chat that I didn't play because I didn't feel comfortable with it. They had Miles Sanders. Dumb me. Austin Eckler, another one of those. My king, through the criticism that Sully mentioned, my king is still one of those guys. He offers me 30-point upside any given week. Josh Jacobs, he's definitely in play. The narrative behind the Patriots. Oh, Bill Belichick's going to take away your best thing. Well, does he take away Josh Jacobs or does he take away Devontae Adams?
I think he would take away Jacobs to make Derek Carr beat him.
Here's the thing. I literally don't know. So
we're guessing. We're totally guessing.
Play one of them and have fun. With the injury news in this Tampa-Cincinnati game, I'm sorry. Joe Mixon offers me that at a depressed ownership because this game is picking up no ownership. We literally saw it one of the weeks that I didn't have the stones to play Cole Kmet with Justin Fields. The piece that you needed with Justin Fields was Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon offers me that in a matchup like everybody's scared of this Tampa run defense. And there's a great chance that they're missing one of their key cogs in this fantastic run defense. Now, I understand Samaje Piran's been involved a lot more that makes you feel uncomfortable. In the second you feel uncomfortable is the perfect time to play somebody.
their run defense hasn't been particularly great. But so did you listen to the Smokecast?
Yeah. I listened to it at work. What was up?
Do you agree with them that Mixon and P Ryan is the new version of Zeke and Pollard?
Bro.
I can get with that actually.
Shut up.
Because I mean, Joe Mixon burned everybody last week
Absolutely.
because they want P Ryan. They want P Ryan to get the ball. Like he earned it. That's I mean, I totally get the Joe Mixon play, and I like it at his price on DraftKings. On FanDuel, probably not so much, but um, just P Ryan would concern me.
I mean, and I get the concern with P. Ryan. I 100% get it.
I'm not even concerned about the Bucks defense. The Bucks can't figure out how to do football right now. So
The thing that interests me the most when it comes to Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine's kind of taken over this passing down role, which means Cincinnati is somewhat in a pass script. I don't think they're going to be in that versus Tampa. Tampa sucks. As much as we all, I'm saying we all admit Tom Brady's the GOAT. He's this, he's that. That team is bad.
I mean, he could be the GOAT, but the team is bad.
So there's nothing that makes me think that Tampa's going to be up. It's going to be a big lead or anything like that where Samaji's going to be eating into Joe Mixon's workload. Joe Mixon can get 25 carries with a handful of catches in this game easy if it plays out in that manner. And you want to talk about somebody with upside? Cincinnati, when they get inside the 5, they want to run the ball, period. Give me Joe Mixon.
Baker.
Holla at me.
Baker, I'll take Joe Mixon versus Najee Harris.
I feel like I'm waiting on.
Do you want the smoke? Caveat. Yes or no?
I feel like there's some.
Do you want the smoke? Yes or no? Do you want the smoke? Yes or no?
Oh my god! Put it on the board.
Yeah.
Put that on the board. Give me that.
Man.
I mean, I'll take it. That's another one for the good guys. So,
good job, Sully. You winning another bet.
Look, and here's a question I want to pose to you guys. Looking at early ownership, is there a reason why Latavius Murray has so much ownership right now?
Who?
Volume and price.
The Loctavius of Murray's.
It's ownership and price, or volume and price.
Yeah, volume and price. Yeah, I guess.
Because the crazy thing is like
with
in
like
my
no
optimals,
upside.
Like he's still popping in quote unquote in my optimals to the point where he's like one of the best plays on the slate. And I'm like, I'm not clicking Latavius Murray's name. Are you out of your fucking mind?
He's the Zay Jones of running back.
I was just gonna say, Baker, how many times did you get burned by the Zay Jones optimals until you had to click the button?
I mean, I clicked Zay Jones last week. Don't get it twisted. I clicked Zay Jones. So we did the Zay Jones optimals last week.
Did he win somebody $1 million last week as well?
Probably.
I'm sure he was in that lineup.
I'm sure he was too.
But yes,
I played Zay Jones.
But yes, we had the Zay Jones and the optimals were popping. I also dug the flop lagger last week from Zay Jones. So we had some Zay Jones. Even though
good for you, Baker.
Strangely enough, Zay Jones currently not popping in my optimals anymore. Just want to throw that out there.
His $300 increase is popping out.
Receiver in the face.
Why are we gonna slap wide receivers? I don't want to slap these guys.
Yeah, I think just to comment a little bit further, I personally love Pacheco this week. I mean, he's getting the attempts. He's getting there in yards. He's basically averaged pretty close to almost 100 yards in total. So I think it's only a matter of time before he really just kind of puts it together and has a solid game. On DraftKings, he's pretty cheap. On FanDuel, he's not overly priced. Well, maybe he is just a little bit, but definitely would be higher on him on DraftKings. If you're kind of looking to punt on DraftKings, I think Zonovan Knight going up against the Lions is worth a look. Although Detroit has been really good against running backs over the past month, Zonovan Knight just balls out every week. And he hasn't gotten priced up really. At this point, last week he got in the box. Had a couple receptions. We know that the Jets will try and run the ball. It's a higher total game. My only concern about that game is Detroit is playing outside, so that would be my only concern if you're a believer in those kind of splits. I think other than that, I think if Ramondre Stevenson is ruled out and Damian Harris is ruled in, nobody plays Damian Harris ever. I don't care how good the matchup is. Nobody clicks his name. So my advice would be just don't overthink it if he's ruled in.
I think if he gets ruled in, people are going to be like, yeah, let's click this Damian Harris guy.
Dude, nobody ever plays Damian Harris.
Myself included.
Nobody. Like, nobody plays Damian Harris. Oh, and Alvin Kamara is the chalkiest running back on the slate, but I'm probably going to click the name.
You probably should. He's a fantastic play. It's Atlanta. You had me at Atlanta.
Not if Taysom Hill has anything to say about it.
If Taysom Hill throws a touchdown to Alvin Kamara, I quit. Like, because I'm just gonna mute my phone because Sully's going to be going dumb.
Well, I'm not going to be watching football on Sunday, so I'm just going to have to
watch football.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to see what happens after the fact.
Also, if for any reason,
why aren't you watching football?
He hates
Christmas shopping,
and he hates the slate.
I mean, you do got kids.
Yeah, and I hate the fucking slate. Yeah.
And not to mention, like, if both of the Patriots running backs are ruled out and Pierre Strong is the guy, he's min on both sites, I do believe. You probably just lock him in, right?
You just play it and move on. Because there's so many ways for it to go right and only a few ways for it to go wrong for him to just bury you.
It's only going to go wrong if Bill Belichick has anything to do with it.
You mean if Matt Patricia has anything to do with it?
No, dude. I don't care if Matt Patricia's calling plays. If Bill Belichick, if that dude like looks at Bill wrong the wrong way, like Bill's like, let's get this Harris guy in here. Is it Kevin Harris or whatever his name was?
All right, we've talked about running back for way too freaking long. Let's move over to receivers and make this shit quick. Chargers. All right, I'm done. Go ahead, move on.
You forgot your Eagles.
I mean,
yup.
The Eagles. Okay, so the Slim Reaper and AJ Brown are in play. Big Mike and Keenan Allen are in play, and I'm gonna give you my two favorite receivers. Actually, well, for a GPP standpoint, on the slate, and it is the Tom Brady doubles, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Prices are depressed, ownership's depressed. We already know the Bucs actually have to step up for every other game in order to win this division, and I think at home against the Bengals, I mean, DPJ went for over 100 on them, so I mean, why not Mike Evans or Chris Godwin or Chris Godwin? I think this game is more competitive than people give it credit for. So I'm just going to go ahead and say the Bucs receivers are in play.
So you're running those Bucs receivers back with Joe Mixon?
I might have to do that, Baker. I mean, either him or Jamar Chase. I don't know.
Jamar Chase too pricey. Joe Mixon on the cheap. Just saying.
Good point. Baker, since you made a segue into that, why don't you go ahead and slap me with some receivers?
I guess I can. I mean, one of my favorite receivers on the board, on the slate, is still one Garrett Wilson. I still think he's a little bit underpriced. He's up to $6K. He's getting priced up slowly but surely. I still think he's a wee bit underpriced, and not that he's to the level of the Hall of Famer Justin Jefferson, but he's trending to be really good, like not good like Justin Jefferson, but like the Steph Diggs level of good. So, and we saw what Justin Jefferson just did to these Jets. So yeah, I absolutely love Garrett Wilson. Sully, you mentioned your big play, your bullet play, the person you're highest on when it came to running backs. Play Mike Williams. Period. Play him. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Play him. Play Mike Williams because he's going for 202 touchdowns. Sorry, I know we're not on bold calls yet, but he's going for 202.
Baker.
Wow.
I will take Mike Williams versus Mike Evans.
Why? Why would you do that?
My mic is better than your mic, bro.
You think your
I'm
big
siding
mic is
with
better than my
Baker
big
on
mic?
that one.
Well, as Nas told me, all I need is one mic, and my mic is that mic.
I might be playing both mics, but if you want the smoke, Baker, you let me know. Big Mike versus Mike Evans versus my Evans, I should say.
Well, here's the thing. I already got my first puff with my fucking Joe Mixon. I'm about to get my second puff, and I'll pass the smoke to somebody else because I'll take it.
Hey.
I would have taken it.
Sully, once again, chalking another one up for the good guys.
I'm just trying to get weird this week, man. Like I said, I'm not going to be looking at the games. I'm just throwing my lineups in, throwing in some bold stuff, and I'm just seeing what happens, man. Like I said, I'm playing Taysom Hill on DraftKings, so y'all deal with it.
That sounds so disgusting, for the record.
I am him. Any other receivers, sir?
Those are the two that I am on the most. When it comes to receiver, I feel like a lot of my receiver plays come first thing Sunday morning when I wake up and have an epiphany.
In your morning shit?
I don't take morning shits. I take afternoon shits. I take evening shits. I don't take morning shits.
Dude, how do you not start your day with the morning shit?
Right.
My body doesn't do that. My body's telling me no. So.
Oh my God. How'd I know you were going to say that?
Your mind is telling you no, but your body is telling you yeah.
We don't need to sing the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not singing the song. We're not doing this. We are not doing this.
No, let's not. Dale, receivers.
Juju or Garrett Wilson, still like Baker was talking about. He's still not that expensive, and I think he's going to carve up the Lions. I really do. Or if you want to go the other rookie from Ohio State, how about Chris Olave?
Do you think that he's going to carve up the Lions because he's like on a Steph Diggs level of good, not a Justin Jefferson level of good? Is that what you're trying to say? Do you agree with me?
Fuck off, Baker.
I haven't been on the show in the last 2 weeks, so you've been just absolutely ripping my Vikings and my boy. I am back to defend my shit. Fuck you.
Baker, your Vikings might be the only team in my lifetime that is a 10-win team that was an underdog to a team below 500.
And lost.
Well, because Vegas knows.
Vegas did know.
I mean, the world knows that the Vikings are frauds.
That's not true. When the Vikings win a Super Bowl, Lord Jesus.
The 2021 Tennessee Titans are frauds, right?
I cannot wait to come on this show whenever we start the show in 2023. Whenever we start the show in 2023, and the Vikings are the defending, reigning, conquering Super Bowl champions, I am going on a half-hour rant. Like, we're starting off the show with me ranting. I'm letting everybody know that, Sully. I'm letting you know that you're going to hit the record button. You're not going to even introduce shit. I'm going ham on you. I'm going ham on Chili. I'm going ham on Dale. Dale, you didn't even say anything bad about my Vikings. I'm just going ham on you. I'm going ham on Studer, who was not even on the show. I'm going ham on Dejan, who ain't been on the show since season 1. I'm going ham on everybody, their mother, their dog, their cousin, their kids, every person.
Well, thank God that's not happening. Because
I was going to say, good thing we don't have to worry about that anytime soon.
Yep.
Yep.
Y'all better pray. Y'all better pray.
One of us has a better chance of winning the Millie than the Vikings do winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Baker,
well, when I win the Millie this week.
Still better than the Vikings win the Super Bowl.
When I win the
Baker,
Millie, it's going to correlate with the Vikings win the Super Bowl. Just saying.
If for some godforsaken reason that the Super Bowl this year is your Minnesota Vikings and my Buffalo Bills,
we're going.
You better not be in the same room.
Oh, no. Fuck the same room. We're going to the stadium. Where's the Super Bowl this year? I don't even know where it is.
It's probably – is it L? It's not L. I think it's –
Arizona?
I think it's in Vegas.
I thought it was Arizona. I could be wrong.
Well, while we
Vegas
talk about it, I mean,
I
Vegas
would
is always
I
a
would
good
sell
answer.
my soul. I would sell my soul to go watch the Buffalo Bills and the Vikings play in the Super Bowl.
Like, we're sitting next to each other, Steph Diggs, JJ jerseys, and we're going at it the entire fucking game. I don't care.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, we, out of all that ruckus that's caused at the Super Bowl, you and I might get kicked out.
There's a great chance of it. And I don't care.
It's in Arizona, by the way.
It is an Arizona.
Okay,
look
okay,
at me
so-
being right. Fuck y'all. I'm smart.
Komar, Painter, here we come.
Oh yeah, you didn't get the news. Completely different, random. Komar may not be in Arizona come Super Bowl. He may live in Switzerland.
Uh-oh.
Painter, here we come.
Yep.
We can talk about that off air, but yes.
Well then, Chili receiver takes. Make it quick.
Yeah, you mentioned it. You can play the Chargers guys are fine. I really do like CD Lamb this week. I really believe that this is probably going to be a good. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the Cowboys passing offense this week. Juju Smith-Schuster, I think, is underpriced going up against Houston. Baker forgot to mention the revenge narrative and Nelson Aguilar, especially if Jacoby Myers is out. So that, I mean, there's a punt play if you want to play it. If you think Desmond Riddler is going to do anything, you could play a mini stack with Olave and Drake London. If you're looking for guys to punt down to, Chris Moore kind of broke the slate last week in his own right. That dude just got peppered with targets in a game you figured they're going to be trailing. If Corey Davis is out, Elijah Moore is coming off a 10-target game. I think he's 3,600 going up against Detroit, who just wants to get into shootouts the whole time. You know what? I mean, if the optimal script just play Zay Jones, I mean, he's going to have some of the worst drops you've ever seen in your life, but the dudes might get you 20 points.
He's not in the optimals this week. He's not in the optimals.
It's not a great matchup, but it's a way to probably pivot off what I think is the chalk defense. But DeAndre Hopkins, we know Colt McCoy just literally looks in that man's direction. It's not a great matchup, but it is going to probably pivot off of the chalk defense of the week, I think. I haven't even clicked that tab yet, but I'm totally guessing. Sully mentioned the Bucks guys. The Bucks guys are fine. I think Chase is fine if you want to play Chase. Devontae Adams or Josh Jacobs, one of those two will break the slate like they do every week. They're back on the main slate. So fade at your own risk. Other than that, I think that pretty much covered it. If you're not playing Derrick Henry and Traylon Burks is off the concussion protocol, play him. I think that covers everybody.
Excellent. We miss anybody, guys, before we go into tight ends, which is, whatever.
I mean, speaking of tight ends, if you're playing George Kittle, I'm sorry.
I am playing George Kittle, actually. I'm literally going against George Kittle right now.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm still
Chris
projected to
Olave
beat
this
this dude's ass, so I'm not.
If you're playing if anybody's in the playoffs, I apologize.
Yeah, I'm in the playoffs playing George Kittle, and I'm still projected to beat this dude by 20.
Whoa.
Oh, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the main slate. So, Travis Kelce's here. If you want to do that,
Play him.
right?
Do we need more analysis?
I mean,
than that?
Evan Ingram is going to be chalky this week because he broke the slate last week.
Don't you
just play
fucking
Chig.
dare.
Play me and Sully's boy. You play Chig.
I like Chig.
That's right, baby. You play some Chig.
Chig.
He literally beat me last week.
Bruh, play Chig.
I mean, we got a guy that's going to go in the Evan Ingram role again. I mean, you can play some Gerald Everett if you're going to play some Herbert.
Pass.
I that's fine with me. Any way you want to double stack Justin Herbert, you're not wrong.
Agreed.
Pass.
Agreed.
I also like Dalton Schultz this week because I'm probably playing Dak. So
If you mention one more fucking Cowboy,
he's high on Dakota, bro. So he's got to mention his targets.
Baker, I'll take Dak. Do you have a reasonable quarterback you would like to put up against Dak? I'll give you a free square here.
A reasonable quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, how about Fields? Well, how about Fields? You want to take Fields against Dak?
I need a more in depth injury report. If he's off the injury report, I would take that in a heartbeat.
If he's off the injury report, we'll do Fields against Dak. If not, the bet's off.
Done.
Okay, cool.
I like it.
That's
Anybody for you at tight end, Dale?
Just for the record, I
like
won
it
that
too.
one.
Dale tight ends.
Yeah. Is Russell Wilson playing this week?
TBD.
TBD.
Yep, still in concussion protocol.
He's still exhausted for all that cooking, for all that preheating he did.
The salt in the water. The salt in
He's tired,
the water.
man. He's working hard.
Man,
Jesus is his savior. Amen. Tweet it out.
That man don't know how to work hard. He's
Prayer hands emoji.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyways, we all know how great Arizona is against playing the tight end position, so we can all click on some Greg Dulcich.
I haven't seen one dude be the consistent chalk at a position for so many weeks in a row. Greg Dulcich,
which sucks because I would be interested in playing him, but I'm like, I'm not playing a chalky Greg Dulcich. I'm not doing it.
Actually, I got another tight end here. I feel like this might be Sully's favorite tight end on the slate. Is that Hunter Henry?
Hey.
It's all about the game.
Hey man, are we gonna get Dallas Goedert back off the IR?
Yes.
TBD.
Because I mean, I would do that. I would do that.
I mean, TBD. Does he catch balls from Jalen Hurts?
Yes, if he's a pass catcher from Jalen Hurts, he is in play.
Just play him.
In play. Anybody else, guys?
You know I don't care about the positions, Ellie, so.
I was right. They are the most chalkiest defense. Let's go.
What defense is that?
Denver at home against Colt McCoy.
I mean, you do have to kiss the ball.
I didn't look.
Oh, at 2,700? Yeah, Denver is the chalk du jour. And
on Fanduel, they're cheap as well.
Yeah, 3,700. That's cheap.
I mean, if Kenny Pickett doesn't play, could you lock in the Panthers defense?
I'd rather lock in the Steelers defense against Sam Darnold.
Now, if Russell Wilson plays, you can lock in Arizona's defense.
Stop it. Stop it.
Baker, as Dale mentioned, he put salt in the water. Just wait until he fucking turns the burner on, bro.
Sully,
he's got one of them induction.
We are in week
boils in 2 seconds.
We are in week 15. How long does it take him to learn how to fucking cook this recipe?
Baker, he was learning.
Baker, how long did it take you to cook? Huh? To get behind the grill. All right. Did it happen overnight?
It didn't take me long. It actually kind of did. If you really want to know, it actually did kind of happen overnight.
All right. So give the man some time.
It was legit
cook.
like one of those things where I actually ended up like I kind of just kept fucking around back there, and they're like, "Hey, you cook. You're back there any fucking way." And I'm like, "Oogie."
His head chef is terrible. He's getting fired at the end of the year. So,
to be fair, my head chef at my fucking current place of employment is terrible. It doesn't change me from actually like producing good food. I don't want to hear that.
I mean, he's producing good food, just not good football.
Listen, all I know is that if you order the souffle for dessert, you got to wait on that motherfucker, okay? So
it takes a minute to cook.
Give him some time.
A minute. He's had time.
Give him some time.
He's had 14 weeks, Sully. 14 weeks. 14.
Defenses I like this week. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I really like the Jets defense this week at home against the Lions.
Just the Jets every week is always a play.
Jared Goff is really bad outside.
You ain't ever got to convince me to play the Jets defense, okay? So that's like Yeah.
Sauce.
Play the Jets defense.
I mean, and Sully and I have mentioned it before. If you just want to get different, pay up at defense, you can play the Chiefs defense against Houston. If you want to play the Saints defense at home against the rookie, I think actually on FanDuel it's definitely worth a look because I feel like they should probably be priced higher than 45. On DraftKings they're priced up pretty much. If you want to play the Eagles defense against Fields as a pay up option, I think that's fine. If
I mean, I don't mind
I guess
Jacksonville's defense against Dakota, honestly.
if you're gonna play that, then you figure that Jacksonville's gonna have to stop the run.
They can do that. They proved it last week.
Hey,
for a half.
Bodes well for my deck. It bodes well for my deck stacks then.
Hey, listen, I all I know is that I'm just stacking up the Steelers defense with Najee Harris. Suck it. It's gonna happen. I love me some Sam Darnold, but not this week.
Would you take I forgot to mention him in the running back position, but would you take Najee against Travis Etienne because nobody's playing Etienne?
No one's playing Najee either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll take Etienne. You just want to take? Would you like to take that on?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, nice.
I'm in. Consider me all in on Najee Harris this week, guys. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen.
It's a great thing you're not actually watching these games.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna get the email notification from DraftKings saying, "Congratulations, you've won X amount of money," which in the doll hair is gonna be like $1.50. But hey,
No, you're not. You're gonna get the notification that you owe more money because you did so badly.
Wow.
That was like me week 2 when literally they messaged me and said you need to pay another $1 because your ass barely broke 50.
I'm gonna try to hit submit. It's gonna be like, "Are you sure?"
Yes. Do
Like
you want to do that?
Like, yeah, you need a two-step verification to enter.
Do you have a gambling problem? Call this number.
Do you want to be? Do you want to be like the guy who took down the showdown maker, leaving $26,000 of salary left on the table?
Ooh,
Bruh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, James Conner is his captain. Played strong. Literally it was like 26,000 of salary on the board. Just left it there.
I like my team. We're done here. Wow. Any final thoughts? Defense? Anything we should know before we lock it up? Anybody at all?
Nope.
Bueller?
No, you just play who you want.
All right, guys.
Play with Fritz.
All right, guys. DFS Deli prop bet, group bet right now on a Thursday. Pick your favorite double stack, and we'll go against each other on it. You don't have to play it, but you gotta say it right now. Favorite double stack, and we'll go against one another for a prop bet. It can be anybody you want. Doesn't have to be no goofballs, but highest scoring double stack on the slate. If you got it in mind, go ahead and spit it out.
This is tough.
I mean, I'll just go with what I've been saying. I'll go Dak, CD, Dalton Schultz.
You gotta pick a tight end in the stack? This is Dallas, so never mind.
My cop out answer would have been the Chargers guys, but that's no fun.
You don't got to cop out. Hey, if it's the Chargers guys, just say Keenan Allen, Big Mike, and Herbert. Go right ahead. I don't care.
Nah, man. I'll roll with them boys. I ain't scared. I believe in my plays. I'm gonna fucking play it.
Chili on them boys. Baker, where you
one.
at? Oh, Dale, where you at?
Dale is going with Pat Mahomes, Juju, and Travis Kelce.
All right. Baker?
I am going Justin Fields, Cole Kmet, and God
he's playing Cole Kmet this time.
Yes, he is. God help me David Montgomery.
Byron Pringle.
If David
Yeah.
Montgomery plays, that is contingent on him actually playing because he's kind of banged up right now.
Brian Pringle.
Byron Pringle.
I would have
Chase
actually
Claypool.
I would have taken N'Keal Harry over Byron Pringle actually.
Brought N'Keal Harry.
Bro.
Chill. Byron Pringle versus N'Keal Harry. You want it?
Absolutely not. I'll forget.
Oh God, something's wrong with me.
All right, well, y'all got to go against the Bucks, Baker. The Bucks.
Bucks.
Tom Brady, the God, and Big Mike. The real Big Mike. The original Big Mike.
See, I was gonna say the Chargers, but I didn't want to say the Chargers because obviously I'm highest on Mike Williams, so I'm like, I'm not saying the Chargers. Fuck.
I think we all are going to be playing some Chargers on Sunday.
I mean,
okay?
if you take anything away from this podcast, in
Play
your
Chargers.
lineup, you should probably have at least one Chargers pass catcher, whether it's Eckler, Big Mike, Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett.
Should probably have a lot of those.
Yeah, men
Probably
one,
have at least
max
one.
5.
Baker,
Hey,
who'd
man,
you
if the
go with?
Eagles onslaught worked last week, you can play the Chargers onslaught this week and be just fine.
Baker played Fields, Montgomery, and Cole Kmet.
Yeah, Baker's the
Love
main one going off the board with his shit.
Chill, where'd you go?
I
What
went
do you mean?
Dakota,
You were gonna play Tom Brady this
CD.
week?
Coda, CD, Dalton Schultz.
Let's be real. You don't stack Justin Fields. You don't stack up Justin Fields, let alone double him.
You should have the 1 week, bitch.
Yeah, I mean that week I played the other receiver guy and not Cole Kmet.
He played Mooney.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes, the full Mooney.
My
Well,
daughter's
guys,
favorite bear, Mooney.
Well, guys, I think it's that time. Full
Time
crew.
to get the buckets.
Yep. Let's clean this place up.
Hey,
like I said,
boss,
traffic
I'm
in the
gonna need a
deli
new-
is a lot less. Nowadays,
Gonna
but
need a new charcoal brick.
yeah, that's all right, man. Hey, test it out. Test out the new brick. I remember using those back in the day. That was good times back then. Good times. Good
Man,
times.
the noise that those made going against the fucking flat tops, man.
But it was nothing. It was nothing better than breaking out a brand new brick from the plastic.
Right.
Nothing better.
Nothing. Because you're always sitting there flipping it back, forth, trying to find the best side of the brick, and then all of a sudden it's just like, there ain't no
Yep.
good side of this brick. It's
Yep,
time for
yep,
a new
yep.
one.
Oh, those are the days. Those are the days. Oh, man. Good times back then. Good times. Well, guys, for those of you that are new in these DFS streets because the yearly thing didn't work out, we welcome you. We hope some of the takes that we have for tonight will guide you to the top of your tournament leaderboards. And as always, I guess we'll go ahead and close up the shop for tonight. And we'll see you all at the top. Thanks for listening. Peace.